My name is Tony Davis. I'm a former soldier who served 22.5 years in the British Army. During my time there, I was a physical training instructor at the prestigious Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, and this is where I met His Highness Sheikh Khalid. I boxed for the Army and Great Britain, trying to qualify for the Olympic Games in Athens in 2004. However, it was just my teammate Amir Khan that qualified. I went straight into work for GB Boxing. And now I'm a national coach of Bahrain and technical development manager.
There's a bloke with a knife!
I can't imagine what the last 24 hours have been like for you. First of all, just explain to us, so why were you at Westminster yesterday?
We were part of British Lionhearts boxing team who are about to take on Italian Thunder tonight at York Hall. What we normally do is we go and do a community activity, PR event, which was taking place for an hour in the House of Commons.
And so, at the moment the attack struck, whereabouts were you precisely?
So we were just leaving the exit, which I guess is sort of parallel to where the crash happened. At this moment of time, I had my phone out. I was taking footage, for social media, good visit to the House of Commons. I didn't realise there was a crash then at that time, but I heard a fracas. And
you thought it was a demonstration at first?
Yeah, I thought it was a student demonstration, because lots of people were running and they were coming around towards the gate. And we were on the side of the barrier making our way to the exit to get onto the coach. And then all of a sudden I seen some large chap brandishing two knives come through the gate, start attacking a policeman. At that point then, just instinct kicked in, leapt over the fence, because obviously that guy needed assistance.
That tragic event obviously will stay with me for life. I went through a media frenzy in 24 hours. Barely a day goes by without it flashing up in your mind. His Highness got wind of the incident at Westminster, called me, and then flew me out to Bahrain, where he offered me a role and wanted me to set up boxing. The 30th of November 2018 was my last day at GB Boxing, and the very next day I flew to Bahrain. 29th of June 2019, we set about putting the first boxing event on, where we had 30 bouts across all classifications, all ages, both male and female. It was a mammoth day, and a lot of people turned out to it from the top to the bottom, and we called that event the Battle of Bahrain. It was quite a successful event, and that sort of paved the way to what we're doing now. We move into 2021, where we were allowed to go and participate in our first event. An unfortunate incident hit myself, where I contracted COVID, and I should have been in Istanbul for 6 days, but I was there for 6 weeks, via 2 hospitals, via intensive care unit, and it was pretty touch and go. So I'm pretty happy to be here right now.
Now, just want you to get back to see your wife and kids, and wish you all the best. And it's inspirational to see all the things that you've done, all the things that you've achieved in life. I mean, this is definitely up there to overcome something as horrible as that you've overcome, mate. Got nothing but respect for you, mate. Got nothing but respect for you.
Having just set up the federation after a year and a half or so, we did the unthinkable, which was to qualify for the Tokyo Olympic Games.
There will be one Bahraini boxer in Tokyo, and that man is Big Dennis Latipov, and he's there because of one man and one man only. Former GB boxer, one of the best members of the GB training scene, Mr. Tony Davis, who was headhunted, taken to Bahrain in 2018, who transformed and invented amateur boxing in the kingdom, who gave the Bahrainis something to look forward to, who took Danis Lapitov all around the world, took him to tournaments, got him the experience. That was Tony Davis driving that.
Although it was a bit bittersweet because of the old COVID situation. I didn't realise that even though the Olympics would be put back a year, that the COVID situation would have a direct impact on myself. The Olympics was a bit bittersweet because it took me probably about 12 months to recover from COVID. Bahrain went to the World Combat Games in Riyadh 2023 and Bahrain finished in first place. They came top with 3 gold medals and yeah, came out on top, which was very successful for our Bahraini team. The first ever national championship, I mean, you've got to be thinking that for the first time ever, I can become national champion. 2024, we staged the first national boxing championships in Bahrain. The reason for that is it takes a number of years, you know, once you start to introduce a sport, it takes a number of years to grow before then you can start staging the national championships. So we did that male and female of the elite and youth categories, and some of those boxers that, you know, became national champions, the first ever Kingdom of Bahrain national champions, will go down in the history books. On the sort of back end of the COVID debacle, His Highness and I sort of had a little brainstorm together and came up with an event which I give the name to, Royal Rumble. I give them 4 options: do it with domestic boxers, our neighbours Saudi or the UAE, or we bring a British military team over, especially with the Kingdom of Bahrain being under British rule back in the day. We brought out my old regiment actually, so it was about trying to give something back. Since then we brought in Royal Rumble 2, brought the Parachute Regiment over, and last year we brought the Royal Engineers over. And then this year we've won one better by bringing the actual UK Armed Forces. So these will be the best boxers from the military coming over to be pitted against our guys. It's not just about the boxing, it's about the whole event and what it stands for. It's, you know, cementing those Bahraini-Anglo relationships. You know, we have a great relationship with the British Embassy. It just kind of strengthens that relationship, and not only that, there's many offcuts to it in terms of, you know, with some of the regiments we brought over, we've done military training with them, you know, with Bahrain Royal Guard and obviously the Parachute Regiment, the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers, etc. So, you know, there's just so much more that is part of the whole concept as opposed to just a sporting entity. I think the UK and MENA have their own strengths, you know, whether it be in the UK, the education elements, you know, and healthcare, etc. And whereby MENA, you know, maybe tourism, agriculture, trade, etc. I've seen so much of a change, especially in this beautiful kingdom. You know, long may it prosper. The best thing that we can do, or using the vehicle of sport, to try and tie that in. And you know, a lot of people, especially from the UK, don't really know where Bahrain is. They have to look at the map, and once they've been here, they are left with a, you know, everlasting impression.